Other people told her she shouldn't be doing that. She is very much like Tony to that degree, and their stories, while different, seem to parallel each other. One of the things I've enjoyed from seeing this show was the way that she paralleled Tony's own personal journey throughout the MCU. I'm an Iron Man 3 girly, so seeing her deal with mental health and panic attacks just like Tony did, cinematic genius in my opinion. I'm also really just enjoying this new age of talking about mental health issues in the MCU, with Sentry and Moon Knight and the entirety of Thunderbolts. I'm enjoying that this phase has been very good about making a point about it. I also think it was important to see the way that Tony's legacy has been handled, since we only see so much of it from a street level point of view. Zeke's dad, who, mind you, was a villain for Tony, he was the Ironmonger, was pretty much hush-hushed because no one had known what he'd done. So that leads Zeke to being the stain on the legacy of his father. But we have people like Riri who admire Tony so much to go as far as to reverse engineer her own suit to carry on that legacy. And yet she still turns around and says that Tony couldn't have done any of what he did without being a billionaire, which is true, but also isn't. Because Tony had started with a box of scraps and, to boil it down as plainly as possible, a need to get out. Well, it's not in the same way that Riri wants to escape Chicago and go off to be greater. She already tasted importance by helping Wakanda. It still is that very same panic need to do something, to get out. And with Riri, but I do think this is a very good thing for her because narratively it makes sense, Riri believes so firmly that what she needs is money to make something great. Because when you don't come from it or have an abundance of money, money is the most important thing, or it seems so much more grandeur than it is. And it feels like it would solve all your problems. And that's what leads her to the Hood and his gang. And when that doesn't work, she ends up working with Mephisto because he's the only one who can help her and bring Natalie back.